Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Thursday, the 9th of January. Sean Higgs coming at you. Doug Upstone, Matt Fargo, Cotton Bowl picks, side, teasers, first half, player props. We got you covered here for your Friday bowl action. But before we get to those free pick winners, hit the like, subscribe, notification bells on so you know when we post our free pick videos here 7 days a week. We got you covered. NBA, college hoops, NFL, college football, what's left of the 3 games, and hockey. We got a couple of Doug's a hockey guy here. We got you covered on the ice. And again, football Fridays. We got a couple left. The live show, 1 o'clock tomorrow. Don't miss that. I'll be here with Mark Lawrence and Victor King talking some wild card weekend. Apparently, it's not super wild card weekend anymore. It's just wild card, like it should be. What's it make it damn so super? I don't know. We get 7 and 9 teams in the playoffs sometimes. It's lost its superness, NFL. But listen, before we get to our plays today, these are the free picks. You know what I'm going to say? GamblersWorld.net for the premium action, folks. Why wouldn't you head over there and make the smart money move? Daily passes on days like when there's multiple playoff games like this weekend or bowl games tonight and there's a loaded NBA schedule and a hockey schedule and college basketball. A day pass will save you some money. We want to save you some money while making you some money. $69.99. 3 738 packages are guaranteed passes. Show you a profit or we credit you back. Come at it again. There's a leaderboard. You see how we're doing. Yesterday, 7 days, 30 days. It's all right there for you. I'm not going to get into everybody's numbers because they're right here. They'll tell you about it and what they got going on. Doug Upstone, it's been a couple days. How you been? How was your week treating you? And what do you got lined up for the big paydays here at GamblersWorld.net?
I got all kinds of stuff going today. In fact, today is a great day to get the full day pass. I got college football pick for the Orange Bowl. I got 2 hockey picks, 52 and 23 run in hockey. So that has been outstanding, 11-3 most recently. Got an NBA selection, a first half selection. So my first half game of the week, ready to go, hitting a little over 63% recently on those. And college basketball, 20 and 11 run, had a tough time yesterday, but that's been a rarity. So as I mentioned, 20 and 11. So I got a 3-pack coming away for just $30 on that too. So a great day to stop in. You can buy them all individually if you like, but if you want to save some money, as Sean likes to talk about, hey, this is a great opportunity to do it.
As I'm going through everything at GamblersWorld.net, Mr. Hockey's got you covered tonight. Number 2 on the ice. He's got his NBA game of the week going. And now, make that smart money move. I got to say for Matt Fargo here, Doug, you want to talk about getting a weekly pass, I think he's got 13 packages up, making me look like a rookie. But this, you know what? I usually get my packages up the day before. So, Matt, this is what people should see when we say get a weekly pass, because you're like, what's this? I don't know if it's worth it. There's 13 games up just through the weekend here, folks, with Matt Fargo. I'll let Matt tell you all about it. He's got some big games going. Matt, it's been not even 24 hours, less, since I talked to you yesterday.
I know. I've seen your mug all week. It's awesome. Love it.
I don't know if that's good or bad. That's nightmare fuel for some people.
Dude, it's a good thing. Very good thing. So college hoops, like we talked about before, once the conference season started, my volume was going to go way up. And it has. I had 9 plays the other night, 8 last night. I have 8 tonight. So I have 1 3-game pass and 5 single-game packages up for college hoops tonight on a 60% run for the week. And for football, tonight starts the big run, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all playoffs, all win and go on, lose, and you're done. I have both bowl games going and 5 games for a wildcard weekend. NFL on a decent run, coming off a winning week last week, and included is my NFL one and only game of the year. So hop on a long-term pass and get every play from now through next week or through next month or, hey, through the summer. Let's go.
There you go. Again, GamblersWorld.net for all of our premium content. These are the free picks. We're going to hit the bowl game for Friday night. But I'd be remiss to mention Monday, Doug, Chip, myself, 3-0 with NBA. All right, 17-60 with NBA, getting their free picks. we're turning on. Took a little bit to get the wheels going here. We were churning butter for a while, but now, you churn that butter, that cream turns into butter, and the mouse could climb out of the vat. That's what we did. We started out slow. Now we're gradually moving to the plus side of things. College basketball, I was with Matt Fargo and Brian Biller the last 2 days. Combined 4-2, 2-1, and 2-1. Not too bad from us. 8-4 with college basketball to start the season here in our free picks. And imagine if you went to GamblesWorld.net and get our premium action. Oh boy, what would that put in your pocket? Well, for me, college hoops, 161 and 126 on the year. That's pretty darn good, and I'm up a little bit. You know what? That doesn't even get me in the top 3 here on the site. That's all you need to know, that I am at 161 wins, and I'm not even in the top 3. There you go. People want to be more selective? Knock yourselves out. That's why we got a leaderboard, folks. Tonight, though, I do have a 3-pack college hoops and a college football game. There's one going on tonight here between Notre Dame and Georgia. You can go get that. I have up on the site. College football, can't complain. 20-9 in the bowls here in postseason play. 111 and 87 on the season. Nice. I like to throw it out there. We're attacking like machine guns nonstop, like a Gatling firing. But here we go. We got a pretty decent matchup here. Me and Matt talked a little bit about yesterday. O'Brien, Doug. You had an opener line here with this Ohio State game. Started at 4, went to 6. We're hanging steady here with the numbers. Total's 53. I looked at it as you have Ohio State really kind of rolling along in the playoffs here, and you got a Texas team off of a struggling kind of game. Everybody's going to jump on that. Now, again, we're going to beat around the bush here if we have a premium on this or that. Go. Where are you looking to attack this one? How are you attacking this game?
Well, and just before anybody wants to, if they already haven't typed in Sean's name to complain, okay, he didn't mean to say Georgia. He meant to say Notre Dame and Penn State. So just –
what did I say, Georgia, Penn State?
No, you said Notre Dame, Georgia. So
all right.
I'm just trying to keep the wolves away from your door, Sean. That's all.
Yes, the misspeak really gets people.
Yes, because nobody ever does that. So anyway, yeah, to me, looking at this game, I think the Buckeyes loss, and not being in the locker room, I have no idea. But that loss to Michigan, it seems that Ryan Day's approach to games has changed quite a bit. And what I mean by that is he already knew he had the superior talent, and he paid for it, or the school did. Okay, so they have that, but they tended for years to play too conservatively in big games, and so it's like they came up against Tennessee, basically, had the time off, and they just said, screw it. Okay, took the shackles off Chip Kelly play calling, or instructed him to be more aggressive, whatever it is. Okay. I mean, they've always wanted to run the ball first. Well, now they've been throwing the ball first. And geez, what a difference. This Smith, the freshman, oh my goodness. That guy's just amazing. Of the remaining teams that are still playing, Texas has the most number of NFL quality players, okay, on both sides of the ball. Both Penn State and Notre Dame have players in certain areas, but not as many as Texas. I think Texas will have a good game plan here, and I think both teams will move the ball, but not necessarily score a lot of points. So one of the plays I'm thinking of for this one is a teaser, and that is to take the 6-point teaser, take Ohio State at a pick'em, and take the under 59 for right here at gamblersworld.net.
Teaser 2-teamer, pick to Ohio State and 59 for Doug Upstone. I don't really hate this. I'm kind of a first half looker in this game myself, but you know what? I'll throw that out there. Now I'm going to throw it to Matt because this one's going to be different. We'll be all over the place. So I actually like the Ohio State first half here, team total over. I think they're going to score some points for them to win. I think they like how they came out their last 2 games, fast, furious. I expect more of the same here. I'm not just sold on this Texas team here. Like, where are their great wins here? Because you beat Michigan. The second week of the season, Michigan was not the Michigan that just came in and beat Alabama. Totally different kind of team. Alabama, whatever. That is not. I just don't think they're that good. They've given, especially when you look at what they've done in the playoffs here, and going back to SEC championship game, giving up 20 points there. Clemson scores against you. Last game, you look good, and then the second half, you're going to play like that in this game. Boy, it'll be the Oregon game all over again. With Ohio State dropping a 30 spot in the second quarter, whatever it's going to be. I'm going to go team total over 14.5, and their first half here -3. I think Ohio State. I think the line shouldn't be 6. It probably should be 3. Would be the look ahead kind of number on this was 2, 1.5, 2 before the games were played. Like these were the matchups. We get a 4-point move based on them crushing Oregon, which the last time they played it was a shootout anyway. So they got a little luckier here. They still scored a bunch of points, and Texas lays a little bit of an egg in the second half, and we get a 4-point move. I don't know. Listen, Ohio State 3. I think they're that good. I think he's like you said. The play calling has changed. These last 2 games, unless he pulls the thing like, oh, we're gonna outthink you guys and show you how tough we are. I don't think that's coming. I think he's a hot seat kind of guy in a weird way with another head coach on the bench and how he just lost to Michigan. Like I saw some crazy meme like you haven't beat Michigan in like 5,000 days or something, right? They've lost to them 3-4 straight times, but yet you're going to win a national championship without beating Michigan. Like he's got to win this after the last couple of years, I think. So I'm going to go Ohio State here, first half and their team total. Matt, what do you think there? Agree, disagree. I jumped on into it because it was first half talk, so I figured I'd get my first half nonsense in the way, but go for it.
Yeah, I hear you. No, you both make great points about the way the game setup is. Doug mentioned about how Ohio State has opened it up under Chip Kelly. The conservative approach obviously done working against Michigan, and what they've done in the first quarter, the last 2 games, jumped out 21-0 over Tennessee and then 14-0 over Oregon. I don't think they're going to have that much success against Texas. They have an elite secondary. They're I believe number 3 in the country in success rate per drop back. 2 elite corners and an elite safety back there. So I don't think they're going to have that much success as they have in the first 2 games. I'm looking at the under for the full game here. Both teams have gone over in their respective playoff games. Texas over 49.5 at over 52, and Ohio State over 47, over 55.5. And this number I think is too high. Right now it's 52.5 or 53, depending where you look at it. And we have Ohio State number 1 in total EPA defense, Texas number 3 in total EPA defense. 2 elite fronts, 2 great secondaries. I think they're going to be playing this a little closer to the vest than what we've seen. Ewers had a huge game against Arizona State for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns and 1 pick. Great game for him, one of his best of the season, but he's not going to duplicate that here. So I like the under. I think these teams are going to try to grind it out a little bit more, especially early on. And I like the under 53 at most spots.
Under 53 for Matt Fargo with a little show pick here for you. So far, if you're keeping track at home, under 53, 6-point teaser, Ohio State down to a pick 'em, and the under 59 for Doug. I'm going to go first half, a doubler here. Ohio State -3, Ohio State team total of 14.5. And I haven't bet this game. And obviously, I'm leaning Ohio State here. Again, you mentioned the defense, though, here. With that second half, they look terrible. Now, again, you get comfortable, right? You get a lead, and here comes the old prevent you from covering defense. They nearly lost that game. Like, the game before that, Clemson scored on them. 22 to Georgia in overtime, which was an ugly one. It's not a lot of points, but that Georgia offense was not some kind of, great offense this year, putting up 45 a game. And I don't want to make it put more of an asterisk next to their 27-24 win over Vandy, because that was off a 30-15 loss at home versus Georgia. So that's a good win for them off of that kind of game. That's a total flat spot. I'm just not so. How can you be sold on the defense on that? I mean, Doug, you agree with Matt on the defense?
Yeah, well, I think the defense is elite, but I don't remember. I think Sean and you and I talked about this a little bit Monday. The one thing, or maybe it was off the air. I actually don't remember now. But one of the things about Texas that concerns me, and this is on both sides of the ball, is that they have lulls in games. Okay, to where they look really good. They'll do some, 2 or even 3 and outs, or maybe give up 1 first down over 3 series. and then they just like go to sleep. Okay, and they'll give up a 40-yard pass, and the other team will go down and score. Now that can happen within the context of any game, but when you just go so wildly different, okay, I mean that to me is a concern with them, and that's true on both offense and defense with this team. So, but I mean, to Matt's point, do I think what he's saying is possible? Yes, I do believe it's possible. And as opposed to, it's funny that what you said, Sean, is that about my teaser pick, because somebody I was talking to yesterday said exactly the same thing. They don't hate it. Okay. And so I think I take that as to say, so what you're telling me is you don't love it then. Okay. If you don't hate it, doesn't mean really that's positive. It's actually kind of a negative connotation here, but
it's just, teasers, Doug, Matt Mallow, like they look awesome, right? You look at them, and I've jumped into crazy, like 3-team teasers, like, look at this. You know what? Matt, I'm going to look up a teaser. Go ahead and put your thoughts on teaser talk or just what I was saying about whatever. I know you got a player prop to talk about, so grab it.
Yeah, as far as teasers go, I'm not a big teaser guy. I'm not opposed to him. I don't hate him. So to that point,
nice.
I've never really gotten into them. I think in some cases they're a sucker bet, so to speak. But if you have the right number to tease to, you could definitely profit if you look at the right scenarios. Teasing through certain numbers, don't tease through 0, so and so, whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna look at a player prop as my second pick in this game. It's gonna be Trevion Henderson over 20.5 receiving yards. He has lit it up the last 2 games on the ground. So I think his rushing prop is going to be pretty popular this week. But I think with Judkins getting probably more of the carries, I don't think he's going to be as strong in this game. So I'm looking over receiving yards, 20.5. Texas plays a 3-3-5 defense, so the way to attack is in the middle. And we've seen that the last 3 games with Georgia, Clemson, and Arizona State. Georgia targeted Etienne 6 times, 5 catches for 28 yards. Not a huge total, but he got his targets and his catches. Clemson targeted, I believe his name is Bridenstühl, I believe, for 6 times, and he had 69 yards. And obviously last week with Scadaboo, he went off through the air. He had the one big play. I think he had 99 yards total. So the way to attack the defense of the Longhorns is up the middle, and I think if we get 4 or 5 targets to Henderson, which during the regular season he was targeted no more than 3 times in any game, but through the first 2 playoff games he's been targeted 10 times. So he's more of a pass catcher than Judkins, so that we'll rely on him. And if we can do a screenplay, slot screenplays, whatever. If he can go off for 10, 12 yards on one, and if he gets a few more targets, I think he can easily go over the 20.5. So I think that's the way to go, over at 20.5 receiving yards for Henderson.
All right. Over Trevion Henderson, 20.5 receiving yards. I believe we got that in the chat as well. I got it typed in there for you. Maybe not. Well, it was erased. It wasn't there. There it is. It's on this one. The full slate of plays here for the video here on Thursday. Matt, over Trevion Henderson, 20.5 receiving yards, under 53 for the game. Doug Upstone, 6-point tease. Pick'em Ohio State, under 59. Ohio State first half, -3.5. I got a first half at 3 with these guys and a 14.5 team total over for the Buckeyes. Again, these are the free picks, which were pretty good on this week. We were 2, 4, 7-2 for the week on free picks. This is a lot more. I'm not going to list all these with our official college football ratings, folks, because the season sides and totals are different, and we're going to roll in 6 props and tell you other kind of things. So they won't count. I'm just letting you know right now, okay? So don't get upset when we'll recap them.
It's like the NBA Cup, right?
Yes. It officially doesn't count to the ring. These don't, because I feel like this is one, we don't put these out on the sites. This is us, doing kind of things sideways here a little bit, like off of what we normally talk about. And like teasers. I'm not a huge teaser guy. I'm not a big parlay guy, right? Best way to go 3-1, put a 14 teaser. Although I will dabble in because they look, like I said, I don't hate them because they look so enticing. Like how about this one? I did a 4-team special. Ready for this? Ravens +2. right? Minus 105. Okay, it's not bad. Ravens just got to win a game that they're basically double the favorites. I'm happy with that. I went under 55.5 because I think that's, my worry here out of the other ones here. I'll come back to that. Bills plus 3. Again, we got a 10-point fave, getting 3 points at home. What could possibly go wrong? And I took the Rams plus 13. Again, another home team getting, getting double digits at home when they're favored here. Or even if it goes to Arizona, it would have come down to a pick 'em or something. What could possibly go wrong when you look at those great numbers? I'll tell you what could go wrong. Because the Ravens could win this one 45-20 and just blast this out of the atmosphere, right? I mean, so teasers, they do look enticing. That's why I said I don't hate them because they look good, right? Oh, Ohio State just got to win. I think they're going to win. I mean, I got them first half. I got the team total. I think they can score points. I just, again, teaser-wise, right? Do you guys agree with me? Like, they look so good. How can they go wrong, especially on a season like this where the NFL favorites have cashed at a ridiculous paces for the general public on money lines and stuff like that? Yeah, what can go wrong on a teaser?
Nothing can go wrong ever. Everything goes right all the time, right?
Especially if you're on Twitter or X. Okay.
Oh yeah, then listen,
everybody's there. No, I like to dabble in them every now and again, and like you said, like Matt said, and I'm a huge believer. You got to go through the key numbers. Okay, I mean that's the whole deal here, and taking Ohio State down to a pick. I'm off the 6 and past the 3, so they just have to win the game. So if they win by 1, I'm good, and I think we're kind of all in agreement here that likely a little more defensive game. So even if we got a couple points that go over the 53, a little extra cover there. That's all. So that's the thinking.
What was the 70s guy early 80s? Who's that? The Wong, right? The Wong teaser, as they say, right?
Yeah.
So it's taking it down from like a 6 or 7 down to like a 1 or whatever to the team,
Yeah, like taking Baltimore last week from 20 to 14. Not a good start for a teaser. Let's go with that one.
And again, that's a spot where, like, look at this. I'm getting 26 points. Like, think about teasing it up, and they do something. You do a crazy where you get like 10. Because I see people, they'll tag me on a thing like, what do you mean receiver? I'm like, oh, you brought 14 points with these teams. Like, okay, man, they look good.
Yeah, and like with the NFL, I think it's
so somebody gets blown out.
Right. I think it's more. It's better to do it in the NFL than it is with college, in most case scenarios, because you get the smaller numbers, you get to go through key numbers. Where college, you're seeing spreads that are 17 and above. You have a team that's plus 23. Other teams are plus 29. Well, it's not going to help you at all. It's not. And.
No.
there's no key numbers out there. Anything can happen. If a team is favored by 23, they're favored by 23 for a reason, and they can win by 45. So, as far as yours goes, the one you did, I agree with everyone except for the total. With what you said.
It never say right. Season totals usually trouble.
Yeah, that's the tough one. That's the tough one. The other 3 legs, the other side legs, I like them. Buffalo plus 3 at home, sure. Get Baltimore. Would you have Baltimore plus 2 at home? Yeah.
Baltimore plus 2 at home, Buffalo plus 3, and the Rams at 13.
And the Rams at almost 2 touchdowns at home. Yeah. Those. Yeah. Nothing can go wrong with those.
I was thinking about putting the Texans in there because I do like the Texans this weekend. So I was like, I could get them at double digits at home too. But again, that's a team that I don't know who's going to show up with them.
Right.
I don't know. With the Chargers, like you can see with the Chargers, and we're going to go off to some NFL stuff here. Who did the Chargers really beat this year? Did they beat any good teams? Did they beat Denver? Did they beat Denver?
They beat Minnesota. That was the Rams.
Right. I mean, think about it. Who did they beat? And that was a good team.
Yeah, you just got to get in there.
Right? I'm just. They beat Denver twice. They lost to Tampa Bay. They lost to Kansas City. I mean, we think Atlanta's good. They lost to Baltimore. They beat Cincinnati in that crazy game. They didn't make the playoffs. Cincinnati. They lost to Pittsburgh. They haven't beaten a winning team. I don't want to throw. Since he's a good team, it's not like a terrible. But from the standpoint of you're going to go on the road and be favored in the play, that's not a team I want to. run to bet on. But Houston's the same thing. They got a lot of injury concerns. That's why I'm like,
Yeah, that's a tough one. Hey, getting back to the this Cotton Bowl thing, I got one other one here for you, and it's kind of I got an official play, but then I got another one has something else to do with how the game plays out. And so the official play would be Ohio State, not crazy about the number, but not bad, -3.5 for the second half. And the reason for the play is in Texas' last 8 games in the second half alone, they are 0-6-2 against the second half number. So, and what does that mean? Well, to me, it means that the coach Sarkisian, even though he is known for his offensive acumen in terms of being able to game plan, obviously the adjustments aren't working, and or in the at halftime and the second half, and or it goes back to the thing I've mentioned about lulls, is that this team just falls into a period of time, maybe as much as 10 minutes or more sometimes in actual game time. So that's a problem. And against a team like Ohio State that can score literally go on an 80-yard drive in 2 plays the way they're looking right now, I don't know. That seems tough. So I don't mind doing that. But the play that I am more interested in making is getting the official second half line at the halftime of the game. And so if I can get the right number on that, which I have no idea and can't even guess, on it right now. But to me, that's the way to go. And that is to play against Texas in the second half, because they are struggling in the second half of games, as we have seen time and time and time again.
Second half look for Doug. Again, this is also, who knows how the games will play out. Somebody loses a quarterback and it could be off the rails. And, this is why it's tough doing kind of like not futuristic props, and we're doing halves and stuff like that. Anything could, change, especially on the second part of the game. But I don't hate that look. And also, though, as much as the second half numbers like that, Doug, how many times is it because if they're beating a team 26-6 or something, so they have a big number, they score a touchdown, the other team, they're getting outscored 14-7 in the second half, or 14-10, and they were favored. Right. This will be a spot where they might be getting points.
Right. That's a possibility. Well, yeah. In fact, they are right now. Yeah, Texas is getting 3.5 right now.
Yeah. I was going to say just what Sean said. Probably most games this year. Would you say they were 0-6-2? 0-6-2. They were favored probably pretty big in all those games, and they just put the Jets down and coasted the rest of the way. So that's why I think the number is what it is. But if this game plays out the way it's supposed to be, you'll probably see Ohio State favored by, anywhere from 1 to 5 points, maybe, depending on the score. So it'll be a different story. And if you like Ohio State to win the game, and it is a close game at halftime, I do like Ohio State in the second half. I do agree with that.
Yeah, close game, in which again, it's a 3 for the first half. I like Ohio State, so it's picked to be a close one. So
right, and I say anywhere between 1 and 5. I just threw it out there. Who knows what it's going to be? It depends on what the score is. Who knows? So, but if the game plays out the way it's supposed to in the first half, at least, it'll be probably close to a pick 'em. So yeah.
Cotton Bowl picks here on a Thursday from Doug Upstone, Matt Fargo, and myself. We'll recap them here real fast. So for me, I'm looking at some Ohio State here. First half team total over 14.5 points. I think their offense continues their hot start. -3 for the first half. Doug just added the Ohio State look for the second half. Again, we'll see where it's at, but it's the second half number currently at a 3, 2.5, 3.5 right now. So I'm guessing that's what it'll be at here. Let's wait on that. Don't you're not betting that today. That's not a Thursday look ahead kind of bet, folks. We think we explained that. A 2-team 6-point teaser, Ohio State to a pick 'em under 59. Matt Fargo, player prop action. Player prop college, good. This is a good one, though. I'm not a huge jump into college player props, but we got one here. Trayvon Henderson over 20.5 receiving yards. I like it because this is one where you could get on things go right. You might have 17 on one little flare, little pattern. The guy's off to the races for 15, 16 yards, and You might be sitting pretty in the second quarter here. And a full game under 53. You heard Matt earlier, based on the defensive metrics here, he's saying it's an underplay. There you go. Loads of free picks here from us. What is that total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. A 6-piece. No biscuit, just winners here at the Winner Circle. Again, free picks are great. Head to gamblersworld.net for all of our premium stuff. Big Sky game of the month I see in college basketball. Big Sky, folks. Can you even name a team in the Big Sky? Covered here in college basketball. But this is where you find the value, the Big Sky, the Big West. Everybody's worried about some Duke Kentucky matchup with the marquee names. No. Everybody, the smaller schools are where it's at. You're going to find out when you watch the leaderboards here. Doug Upstone also, he's ready to go. What do you got? NBA game of the week going tonight?
First half game of the week. We've got a first half that I absolutely love, and it pounded it personally, so ready to go with it. Yep. And
there you
hockey
go.
action too. Do not miss the hockey action because 52-23. I don't know what else I can say.
Yeah. Someone's like, well, you lost 20 because someone's gonna say, well, I played those, but I'm really only 14 and somehow I'm 14 and 27 playing your games because they're doing ridiculous nonsense. We know we get those emails somehow. You don't make money going 52 and 23. We can't help you, folks. You can bring a horse to water. You can't make them drink. I got some Orange Bowl tonight, though, between Notre Dame and Penn State. And I also got a 3-pack of college hoops. Gamblersworld.net for the premium access. There we go. Doug's looking for the Irish tonight. Like, subscribe, notification bell here on the Winner Circle channel. Finally, I saw we were over the 14,000 mark. I thought we'd get it by Christmas. It took us to the new year. We're there. So on to 15,000 at this rate. My son or daughter will probably be doing videos because I'll be long dead at that rate if we're getting 100 people in 6 months. So, but hit the like and subscribe. You're watching the video. I know you're watching it. It says you're watching. It doesn't cost you. Hit the like button, folks. All right, for Doug.
And also, hey, one last thing. For Sean is that make sure this leave a comment and leave it for Sean and tell him that you did not hate today's show. Okay, just make sure to let him know that.
You like it. I don't hate it. It doesn't mean you like it. They're teasers, folks. I mean, they look great. I get it. Tomorrow, I'll have to probably bring something about Football Friday to Mark Lawrence. He'll love that talk. He'll love the teaser talk. You think they're teaser guy? Probably not. I'm thinking he's a teaser guy.
Probably not.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow, Football Friday, for the wild card. It's live. So, again, you want to come in and chat? It's live. We'll get to you. Gentlemen, good luck tonight, and I'll see you next week. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good luck, everyone.